action from Monaghan. And you play a possession type of game, and Derry can mix it, very much so. Playing against the breeze mightn't be such a factor. Here's Ender Lane, had a fabulous league, is dropping in! Paddy Bradley. Not a doubt in the umpires' minds, or indeed the referee. There was certainly a doubt amongst all of us here, and I think Martin Carney would agree with me.
Yeah, again, if you just watch this case, again, Kane floats over a ball, looks to be going wide. I thought myself Bradley was in the square before the ball was put into the net.
Let's look at it from this angle. Here it comes. Was Paddy Bradley waiting for the ball to arrive, or did he run into the small rectangle? It looks like he was there.
Well, it looks to me as if he was there before the ball arrived, but certainly the lads on the Sunday game tonight will certainly have to bisect that.
Against the strong wind, it's Derry leading by a goal. James Keat, another one of several newcomers that came into the league campaign. Damien Casta used a rotation system, giving players their chance to establish themselves, and it seems to have worked. Crossfield ball is aimed at Paddy Bradley. All-star full forward, 2007. Rory Woods, his opposite number. Sean Leo McGoldrick, remember he's the left half back, looking around for options. Bradley is outside, goes for the younger Bradley. Here's Owen, took his eye off it momentarily, got inside the initial challenge, kicks with the right, white flag, going to be raised. It's a very impressive start by the home side. This is Sean Leo McGoldrick giving it to Owen Bradley. Nice dash inside, made a bit of space, took his point.
Yeah, and Sean Leo McGoldrick has been very prominent in the first 9 or 10 minutes of the game. He's picking up ball on either side of the field, not being tracked by his wing forward. And again, Paddy Bradley, Owen Bradley already a danger, even though they're getting close attention from the two backs on the Monaghan side.
The 27-year-old from Maharakloon has been twice Monaghan Footballer of the Year. Response to the crowd says it all. Breaking ball, picked up by Stephen Goligly. Fergal Doherty and Dick Clark are exchanging hugs. I'm not too sure about the kisses side of things, but they're obviously going to have to be unentangled as such. And referee Jimmy White again, this is totally unsatisfactory performance, and I'm sure the referee, and indeed this is where the GA have been trying to clamp out all this sort of behaviour, and both players, I'm pretty sure, are going to be shown the yellow card. To fullback 2 years ago, he's taken up the centre back responsibility. Here's Paul Finley's effort, dropping down. Raymond Monaghan is alert. Can he squeeze it inside the post? The answer is in the negative. And Monaghan players are protesting. Raymond Monaghan has gone in there, so too is Rory Woods, and it has forced the umpires to consult. And you can see what's happening now around the square. This is unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. It comes as a consequence of the indecision by the two umpires. One signalled a point, the other signalled wide. Players kind of locked into a bit of an argument, and the referee needs to sort this one out.
Kevin McCloy and Rory Woods involved. Jimmy White is having a word with Donald Cannon and Tony Byrne. These are the two umpires at the city end. And while we're watching the replay, the referee has had consultation with the umpires and deemed that this was over the bar. So the point stands from Monaghan. Here's a chance for Paddy Bradley in his 9th championship season. Raises the white flag yet again, and Derry and Monaghan are level after 36 minutes of action, level for the third time.
And actually it's the first score in 27 minutes, which is an amazing statistic.
We're going to get a comment from one of our panel here, from Pat Spillane, just before our commercial break. Pat, it's level on the scoreboard. It's also level in the pushing and shoving match that's going on there. What have you made of it?
Well, I certainly haven't been watching the same game as Marty, because Marty called it enjoyable. That wasn't enjoyable. OK, it's a close game, it's tight and tough. But what we saw in the first half, a niggly, free-ridden game of a very, very low standard. Now, if they're in the top 10 teams in the country, which they are, it's a poor reflection.
They seem to have gone out with agendas in this match, I suppose, not for unreasonable reasons.
But this goes back to the systems again. Systems are all about stopping the opposition from playing, and Monaghan's system is bringing all their half-forwards back to stop Derry, and Derry have another system. But it's all designed to stop each other from playing. So we have no bit of continuity, we've no bit of positive play. I mean, in the first half there, Monaghan had the wind. Monaghan don't need their half-forwards back as sweepers in the first half. They need them. You need six forwards close to the goal. You need to move the ball quick and long. And unfortunately, I mean, it was a strange sort of game. For 10 minutes, Derry looked fantastic. For 27 minutes, they didn't score. Monaghan looked great for the next 25 minutes. But wrong options and lack of composure saw them shoot 8 bad wides. So, poor game.
All right, Pat, and we'll have more detailed comment indeed from.
I'll come back to Celtic.
That is your aggression and, you know, force the attacker then to make a mistake.
From Ballybay, Paul Finlay scored a point in the opening half. Scores a point in the second half. Level 4 times in this Ulster quarter-final. It's 147 now. And the player that's gone off is Paul Murphy, the centre-half forward. So 28 for 11. Mark Lynch had an injury groin and thus was doubtful about starting, but he's an addition to the Derry attack. Joe Diver is told to drive it in long. Paddy Bradley arrives to gather possession. Back out for his own. Difficult enough angle. He judges it perfectly. It's his second point in this match. The Bradley brothers combine at the city end.
Yeah, very good score that time. Again, Paddy Bradley contested that ball very well. You know, won the ball then on the break, fed it out to Owen again. A lot of confidence on his left foot. Good score.
Derry. Here comes Paul Finlay. He scored twice in this quarter-final. This to level this particular match for the 5th time. Derry 1-6, Monaghan 9 points. Just over 51 minutes played.
Yeah, it must be said about the Derry attacks. They're getting a lot of ball around the middle of the field.
Exchange continues on the ground. This is getting a snapshot of it there as Monaghan continue on, and I'm sure we'll have more information flow from the officials. The referee, Jim White, is now blowing his whistle. The Monaghan player is still down injured, and he's going over to have a word with his linesman. The officials today, Michael Duffy from Sligo and Pat Fox from Westmeath. Let's see what happened here. This is more of the arm wrestling that's going on, and pushing and shoving, which is again totally unacceptable. This is not pleasant to watch, and this is not why we came. And there was a knee there, unfortunately. And if that is spotted by the referee, it'll be far more than a yellow card.
That's right.
It should be a red card.
Yes,
this
indeed.
is not acceptable at all in Gaelic games.
No, and again they're
off camera. And the referee has to take sterner action, and it has to be not a yellow card, but somebody has to go for an early shot.
Yeah, but there's so much niggling going on off the ball. They're late tackles, you know, fellas just going through with tackles, and that is very, very disappointing.
You see more of it. These two players are on yellow cards, Martin. I mean, they should know a lot better.
Yeah.
And the referee, again, is working with his linesman. The information is possibly there based on what we're seeing.
Yeah, there's so many of these little personal vendettas being kind of carried out at different parts of the pitch at the moment. The two midfielders, Fergal Doherty and De Clerkin, are at it. Notice Paddy Bradley now and Desi Moan are going to be pulled aside.
Yellow card for Harry McQuaid, knocked by Fergal O'Doherty as he was bypassing, and Jimmy White again has to come across to his linesman. At this side, it's Pat Fox, and let's see, Fergal Doherty is on a yellow.
I think what happened that time, Gary McQuaid tried to stop Fergal Doherty from taking the fight free quickly, and Fergal Doherty just ran straight into him. He's after getting yellow a moment ago, or a little while back. He's getting a second one now, and he's gone.
It's a red card for the Derry captain. Second yellow and a red card. And to be honest with you, you could anticipate and see that this was the only action by the referee. I think he was quite lenient on previous occasions. He was being fair to both teams, but eventually somebody has to stop, and the referee, Jim White, has just done that.
Well, there has been a meltdown of discipline on both sides, just determined to, to reduce the game to a level of a niggle, to a level of negativity, and something like this was ultimately going to happen.
Fergal Doherty off. Derry down to 14 players. They are playing with the wind. This is the incident again, and to be fair, I don't know if Gary McQuaid was saying anything, but judging by the pictures, Fergal Doherty just gave him more than a shoulder.
We gave him more than a shoulder. Maybe Gary McQuaid made the most of it, but
come on, Derry!
Picked up here by Joe Diver, as far as James Keelt.